What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. This afternoon, want to talk some Aaron Glenn, Darren Mougey. They were at the NFL Combine. They spoke. Here are the biggest takeaways from the press conference. So first and foremost, they pretty much brushed off any Aaron Rodgers question that they got. They didn't really spend a lot of time on it. So I won't really spend a lot of time on it in this video. My stance is, okay, good. Let's just move forward. Like you addressed it. Now let's move on. No ill will towards Aaron Rodgers, nothing like that, but let's just keep it rolling, focus on the 2025 and who will be here in 2025. Speaking on who will be here in 2025, Darren Mougey was up first, and he got started by saying that the Jets will exhaust all options at the quarterback position.
We're going to exhaust all options. Obviously, there's a lot of intriguing prospects here this week at the Combine. We'll dive into that, some in free agency, and we'll keep all options open at quarterback and really every position on the team.
Tyrod Taylor and Jordan Travis are still on the roster, but the Jets could either look to add another veteran. Darren Mougey also hinted at being open to both trading up and moving back, so really giving you a whole lot of nothing, in my opinion, but some people read into it as he's trying to trade up, and others said he's trying to trade back. To me, it was really a nothing answer, and it's kind of just saying that we're open to all possibilities and not lock set on one thought process here, which is totally fine, but they could go through the draft. They could go through another veteran. I think you're more likely to see another veteran than you are for the Jets to, take a quarterback in the first round or trade up. But I guess, the NFL's weird. You never know. So Darren Mougey was asked a lot about quarterback, understandably so, because it's the most important position in the sport, and the Jets don't have a true answer there. So just thought it was, interesting that he addressed it and said, all right, we're kind of going to leave no stone unturned. I know that's a cliche, but anyway, Darren Mougey also talked up Tyrod Taylor, which I think kind of speaks to my video from this morning where I discussed how the people in the building view him. I think the Jets in particular are higher on Tyrod than the general public, and that's not me now saying that there's no way the Jets are going to add another veteran. They're just completely comfortable with Tyrod. That's probably not the case here, but I think if push came to shove and they did have to start Tyrod Taylor in week one, I don't think they'd really be all that upset about it. I think they could find a way to make it work and, have it be part of their plan. A couple Aaron Glenn quotes worth sharing. He started the press conference by saying the Jets are here to win now.
As I said in my press conference, I'm very grateful to be the head coach of this team. There's a number of things that has transpired over this first month of being the head coach. The things that have been that's been important to me is the conversation that me and Mougey has had about this roster, about the coaching staff, the scouting department, and the conversation that I've had with our ownership group about how we see this as a team and moving forward. So those things have been outstanding to me. Listen, Mougey has talked about the Aaron Rodgers deal. I don't think there needs to be anything else said about that, especially with some of the players we have on the roster also. I don't think anything has to be said about that. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the forward thinking of this group and what we're going to do as a team. So we're here to win now, and we're looking forward to it. So any questions?
In the opening press conference, AG spoke a lot about just kind of looking at really all different kinds of, the process. How am I trying to say this? About the process of winning, and that they want sustained winning. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're completely punting off the 2025 season. I know you still have people up in arms about the quarterback decision and how it feels like that's what the Jets are doing right now. My thing would be like, let's see how the dominoes fall. You have free agency in a couple weeks. You have the NFL draft in a couple months, and let's see the state of the roster in May. And then we can maybe get into some discussions on what this season's going to actually look like. But I like how Aaron Glenn opened his press conference today, and I thought he had, I don't want to use the word attitude. I don't think that's the right word to use. But how he holds himself up there, I think, is really impressive. He's in charge. It very much so feels like he is in charge, and it's not the press or the media asking the questions who are steering the conversation. Glenn is getting across what he wants to get across and doing it his way and in a firm manner most times, which I'm totally good with. I think that's exactly what the Jets need. I won't lie, though. My favorite answer is this one that I'm about to play. I thought this was great. The context, he's talking about making tough decisions and people not necessarily being happy about it.
Yes, I have talked to him. And listen, I understand the reaction of the players, but I will say this. Every decision that me and Mougey make is to win and to win now. So I understand it, but again, listen, this is not going to be the last decision I make. Right, that's going to upset some people, and that's okay, right? But as men, we talk about it. We make sure we keep it in house. That we're going to continue to do.
I particularly like the part where he said that they want to handle things in house and have discussions with players and keep all that in house, and that's important. I think the Jets have been very leaky over the last few years, or really for a really long time, actually. And I think too often, the players will go to social and put out their opinion. For instance, most recent example, Quinnen Williams with the thumb down, and then he had another deleted tweet on the Aaron Rodgers situation. That's something that should be handled within the organization. I'm not saying that you can't, as a player, address concerns with the coach. I don't think that would be right either if they felt like they couldn't go to a coach or go to management and talk to them about something. But do that in-house, keep it in-house, get everyone on the same page. And Glenn is going to have to make some other important and tough decisions on this roster. And some might not be popular, but in his words, they are doing things in order to try to make this thing work. And they're doing what's best, or what they view is best for the football team now and in the future. So that's something that the players will have to keep in mind. But they didn't give you a ton in either AG or Darren Mougey didn't give you a ton, but I thought there were a couple nuggets that were worthwhile to share. So that's why I played them on this video today. So let me know your thoughts on either press conference. Also, is it too much to ask for the Jets to boost the volume of the microphones on their press conferences? Please. This is I can't even count, maybe 60th time I've mentioned it. It's really hard. So New York Jets, if you're watching, please boost the audio level so we can hear the questions and the answers a little bit better to the press conference. Guys, that'll do it. I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.